This is video number 2, follow-up video for the electroplated hydro handle 7 3/8 diamond core bit. What I wanted to do in this video was basically continue the testing of the bit and address a couple issues that were brought up with the previous video. One issue was the quality of the porcelain. It was purchased from Home Depot. And at the time, to be honest, I wasn't really concerned about how hard the porcelain was going to be because I didn't have high hopes that I'd be able to drill these holes out to begin with. So after establishing that we actually can get these holes drilled out and cutting 6 holes out of the previous porcelain, I went out and got some higher grade porcelain. So what I'm going to try to do is put the bit through some paces, put it through some high quality porcelain, see how many holes I can drill, and the other issue was whether or not we could drill outside of the tile without having any blow up. So as you can see, what I'm trying to do here is drill about halfway through the previous hole that I drilled in the tile, and then hang the bit over the edge a little bit. And I wanted to see whether or not I can get a clean cut in that bridge there, and it didn't work out well at all. I ended up cracking the porcelain, or the porcelain cracked away. That was a pretty ambitious cut. That didn't work out, so I'm going to go ahead and try some more overlapping cuts throughout the rest of the video. Here I'm just going to take the corner off of the tile, and yeah, it seemed to work really well. About 45-second drill time. I cut the video and just timed it for the sake of trying to get the time of this video down, but that piece, it cut really nice, cut smooth. I went ahead, did the same on the opposite corner, and had similar results, about 45 seconds, and also the cuts were nice and clean. I didn't have any chipping or blowout. One thing that I did notice though is once these corners were cut, you can see that bit was vibrating pretty bad. They get stuck in there, and because it's off balance, it's not a round piece of tile. It's 7 inches in diameter and 1,000 RPMs. It really causes the bit and the grinder to shake. But here's some close-ups of the edges. I did a really good job of making some nice clean cuts, nice sharp edges on the tile on both sides, and overall it did a really good job. This tile is pretty tough, really brittle and really hard. So here I'm just going to go ahead and do another overlapping cut. This will be cut number 5. I did the full round hole in the first tile. I tried to cut the bridge out of that tile. That would have been a second cut. The 2 sides of this tile, the 2 corners, and then the middle out of this. I ended up having one other tile that I cut out. The files in the video ended up being corrupted, but here's kind of an overview of what I've done. So at this point I've done 8 cuts in the new porcelain. They're not all round. Some of them are 3/4, some of them are halves, some of them are quarters. As you can see in this picture here, the upper right hand side there are the cuts made out of the new porcelain. The bottom left are the 6 holes that I had cut previously in the previous video. When I was at the tile shop, I saw this bamboo natural stone wall tile, so I picked up a piece of it. To be honest, I really didn't have high expectations on being able to cut a 7-inch hole out of this stuff, but I gave it a shot anyway. I thought it would also be a good test of blowout, just being that there are so many small pieces and a lot of space in between. The bit actually did a really good job cutting through it. I was really surprised. My overall opinion of the bit at this point is good. I mean, it's still sharp through video 1, through video 2, sharp enough to cut this particular bamboo wall tile. As far as the tile that I'm testing the bit on today, based on what I've read and the recommendations of professionals, this particular tile is notorious for being pretty tough on diamond bits and blades.